Hi, this is Barry Rosenfeld from theartographer.net with a quick tip on how to create notes in Photoshop to record what your analysis is of the image before making edits and then keeping track of those edits as you go through the process. To do this, I'm going to begin with an image that has gone through some basic edits in Lightroom, and just for illustrative purposes, I'm going to assume that I'm going to be making a series of edits in Photoshop. My first step in this process would be to create a new layer, and I'm going to call that Master. Then I'm going to select my brush tool at a size of about 35 pixels and choose a color. In this case, I've chosen red that can easily be viewed on top of the image. I then begin my analysis of the image to see exactly what changes or enhancements I'd like to make. So for example, first of all, I might want to clone out or remove these traffic icons from the scene. I also might want to go through and remove these branches that extend out over the water, and I would just place an X next to them, to me meaning get rid of these objects. I look further through the image and see, well, I might want to come down into all this foreground brush and actually increase the burn in here to take some of the brightness off of that foreground. And just as another point, I might want to come over here and increase the contrast. So for this example, let's say those are the items I want to accomplish. I'll then go over to my master layer and create a copy of that, and I'll call that remaining. Then I'll select the two new layers and place them into a group which I'll call notes. At this point, I would begin my editing process. So I would go into the note folder and turn off the edit marks and begin my processing. So the first thing I might do is to select my spot healing brush, choose my layer, and go in and remove the clones. Again, not concentrating at this point on making perfect adjustments. So that would be my first step. At this point, just to keep track, I would go in and open up and highlight the remaining layer, choose the eraser brush, and erase that note. Turn off the group and actually go back into the group. Look at my remaining notes, and now I see I might want to remove those branches over the water. So again, I would take my spot healing brush, select my layer, and go through my process. Again, trying not to make a perfect edit at this point, because my purpose here is to show you the use of these notes, and here's the other area that I want to take out. Again, we'd do a lot more work on that, but let's say I'd finished it. I go back into my note, into my remaining, and get my eraser brush once more and erase those since that's been done. Now I might go and increase the contrast again here and down, do my burning or whatever adjustments I've made. And each time I would go in and erase the note. So if I finish the contrast, I erase that note. If I finish this processing burning down here, I would erase that note. At that point, I have got no more remaining, so I would simply trash that. I still retain in the master the original edit notes I made. So I close up that group, turn off those notes, and now whatever else I might want to do with this image, when I save this as a PSD file, I would keep the notes folder as part of the file, so that at any point in the future, if I want to go back and remember exactly what I did where, I could always open up this master note file. Now you can clearly accomplish a lot of this by simply renaming all of your layers as you go through this, and you might still want to do that, but this I found is a much easier way to record all of your original intent and then go back and see that over time. I hope this has been helpful. Again, this is Barry Rosenfeld at theartographer.net. Be sure to visit my website at www.theartographer.net and let me know through your comments whether you have any more questions. Again, thanks for watching.